7:37, and we are keeping our sights set on that big 8 o'clock hour coming up when we started off with 8:05. Andy Poland from ESPN 630 talk about the actual football game. We haven't talked much about the football game. We just talked about
Usher.
The ads and Usher and Ludacris and Little John and Tay-Tay and there was a football game.
I heard.
8:15, Brent Bozell, and at 8:35, Luke Rosiak of the Daily Wire. I'm Larry O'Connor. She is Julie Gunlock.
Good morning.
And here's a dear friend of this program. In fact, oftentimes we've known her to be sitting in that very chair you're sitting in right now, Julie Gunlock, before she had her 17th child. And she joins us now with a huge announcement. Bethany Mandel for school board. I'm so excited, Bethany.
You're more excited than my husband is, that's for sure.
I bet. So you're going to run for school board in Montgomery County. Good Lord, they certainly need your wisdom and your insights there. Tell me about the seat you're running in. Is this countywide or is this just for a district you're in? And what's the plan?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm running in District 4 because that's where I live, but anyone can vote for me. There's a primary election in May, which I have to win to be on the general ballot.
Okay.
And I'm running because of the people who are on the ballot with me, actually, in District 4. That's what inspired me.
Tell us about them.
Oh, I will. So, basically the question is, do you think the Montgomery County School Board and MCPS is going in the right direction? If you think that is the case, then these are the candidates for you. We have Shebra Evans, who has been the longest serving member of the school board. She's been there since 2016. Or you have a newcomer who is beloved by the machine here, named Laura Stewart, who stood outside of the Board of Education meetings supporting the right of the school board to deny parents the right to say, no, I don't want you to read Pride Puppy to my kindergarten child. So that's the choice facing Montgomery County residents. Do you want more of the status quo, or do you think maybe it's time to shake things up a little bit because things are going in the wrong direction?
Bethany Mandel joins us. She's running for Montgomery County School Board. And Bethany, you do live in one of the most left-leaning parts of Montgomery County, which is Montgomery County is already kind of in trouble, but you live in isn't Raskin like your neighbor over there?
He probably is. Truth be told, I like him, actually.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that on the show?
I know you're very tolerant and even supportive of some Democrats, but they won't let you get away with that, Bethany. And that's what I'm wondering. First of all, have you had to have asked people in your community, in maybe your faith-based circle or other moms that you know, you must have taken their temperature on this. What was the reaction when you heard from, diehard Democrats in your neighborhood that you are running?
Things are so bad in Montgomery County that people were not immediately dismissive of the idea.
Okay.
They are so desperate to see change and to see someone who will stand up in a Board of Education meeting and say, maybe we shouldn't spend $500,000, which is what they did, to fight parents in order to force their children to read Pride Puppy. And that's just one example. They have lit so much money on fire. Take the resignation of the most recent superintendent. She got a golden parachute, and her interim, who was forced to leave her last job, is also making bank. The amount of money they have lit on fire, every single Montgomery County taxpayer, of which I am one, should be horrified that they are wasting all of this money instead of focusing on student achievement and test scores and safety, all of which are frighteningly low.
Bethany, I think there is this point where people just say, I can't take it anymore. And, I live in Alexandria, Virginia. It is just, like Montgomery County, it is a mess. And we actually have someone who works for Randy Weingarten on the school board in Alexandria, Virginia. And it just amazes me. Are the people of Montgomery County there? Are they, you kind of mentioned, things are so bad that people are not immediately dismissive. Are they there? And also, they're going to smear you. I'm reading this article about you
started.
Where, it's funny because they think that the fact that you were against masks is a sort of a knock against you. And I'm like, how is that a knock against you? But where are they going to target you? What are they going to do? And how do you convince people that this is just a smear tactic?
So it's funny when I told close friends that I was thinking about this, they said you are probably the best person to withstand all of this because you've been getting this your entire career, and it's true. So anecdotally on Twitter, the thing I've been getting thrown at me is a column I wrote in the summer of 2017. We should befriend neo-Nazis. And it's the same tactic they always take. They take a screenshot. Right. But if you actually read the column, it's something all Montgomery County students should read because it says, you should treat people with love and kindness and try to change their hearts and minds through that love and kindness. That to me is the peak Montgomery County message. But my opponents are smearing it, as usual, something I'm very used to in my career, as painting me as sympathetic to Nazis, an Orthodox Jewish woman, which, by the way, let's also have a conversation about raging anti-Semitism in Montgomery County Public Schools right now. That's part of my platform. So it's funny that they're smearing me as a Nazi when that is literally part of my campaign platform as a Jewish woman. Yeah,
of course it is. And listen, the difference between you, Bethany, and the left in Montgomery County is that you're right. This is it's peak Montgomery County, the idea that you love somebody, embrace them, tolerate them so you can help soften their heart and actually move them and persuade them. You actually believe that. They don't. Yeah. They use language like that as a weapon. And I'm in full support of this. I can't wait to see how this plays out. And we look forward to speaking with you on this program, as well as your opponents in the primary. Bring it on. Yeah. We'll have fine conversations.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Beth. Where can people go to support your campaign?
Thank you. I was going to throw that in there. So Bethany4BOE.com, the same Twitter, Bethany4BOE. We don't have a donation page up yet. Folks can sign up on the website and get alerted when that's up. This was a last-minute decision I filed on Friday at the literally last possible appointment because I wanted to see who else threw their hat in the ring, and no one else acceptable did so. So I chose to run. But yeah, those are the two places, and I beg people to donate because we really desperately need change on the school board.
Game on. Let's go. Listen, there's one thing about complaining about things and whining about it with your friends or writing something on Facebook or even writing a column about it. Bethany is now taking the next step, and that's getting in the game. She's in the arena. She's running for office. Let's make this happen. Well done, Bethany. Very proud of you. Thank you for doing it.
Thank you.
7:44.